Hi, welcome to Find Your Flow Yoga, and welcome to my kitchen again. I am Sarah, and today in our D&D yoga series, we're doing the Warlock. We're almost nearing the end of our series. By the end of September, we'll be done with the D&D yoga series, which is super exciting because we've covered so many classes. So our class today is the Warlock. The Warlocks receive their powers from the gods, from the deities. They basically kind of pay a price for this power. So for our yoga video today, we are going to be covering Mudras, which is basically like finger yoga. There's channels of energy in our body, and the way we place our fingers and connect the energy coming through our fingertips, we can kind of direct where energy goes in our body, and it can help with a lot of ailments, help with energy, digestion, really anything. There's so many different types, so we're going to go over 4 different types. Most of them will be seated. We'll do a little bit of warrior 2 with a mudra, just getting our body flowing and focusing on feeling that energy and fire within us, because that kind of goes with what a warlock is. So our first one is the Vajra mudra, and we start, you can just start in a comfortable seated position, and you just take your hand and you place your thumb in the middle of your middle finger nail, kind of on the inside, and then you place your ring finger on the other side of that, right in the middle of that middle finger, and you take your pinky, place that in the middle of the ring finger. And so it's kind of like a little circle there, and then you're just pointing that finger out, and you do that on the opposite side on your other hand, just placing those fingers in the middle, aligning them, and so our fingers are pointed out like this. And you just take this moment to connect to your breath, slowing down. You can close your eyes or focus on a focal point off in the distance, have a distal gaze. And you find this engagement in your hands. So instead of letting them like relax and be loose, kind of engage that energy in them. You can also, during this pose, what I like to do with this one is kind of listen to your body and move your hands however they'd like to go. If you'd like to just sit, you can stay seated like this and continue to breathe. Or if you'd like to just follow impulses in your body, moving your hands, kind of doing a seated dance. Whatever resonates with you. And I will just demonstrate kind of what comes to me as an impulse. It's fun to feel a little more artistic, expressive physically. If you listen to music while practicing, you can follow the pattern. If your eyes are closed, you can gently flutter your eyes open. We'll move on to the next mudra, which is the Shakti mudra. Shakti is the goddess of life energy, and so we are going to bring our feet together in butterfly pose, opening up the hips. This kind of focuses on our root and sacral chakra, because that's kind of where our energy and life force can come from the base of our body. So we're going to use our hands again, bringing our pinkies and ring fingers together, pressing the tips together, and then we're going to let our thumbs fall in as our pointer finger and middle fingers just drape over opposite thumbs, like so. And then coming back to that breath. You can place this wherever you'd like. I like to place my hands a little bit lower because that's kind of where we want to focus our breath and our attention. Is as we inhale, we picture that oxygen and that energy flowing down to the base of our pelvis. Bringing in that life force, letting all of life's energy fill up our entire body, our full torso. And you can sit with these mudras for many minutes. It helps bring awareness to your body. And then the more you practice it, the more benefits you'll feel and receive and start to take note of. And it's just fun to play with and learn different ones. There's so many different types of mudras. I'm going to take a couple more breaths here. Continuing to focus that energy at the base of our pelvis. And you can begin to flutter your eyes open. And we're just going to warm up our bodies a little bit. So we're going to transition into tabletop position on our hands and knees. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Feeling that core engagement, pulling that belly button up as we push our hands through the ground and our shoulders raise up a little bit. We're going to go into some cat and cows to warm up the spine. So our inhale, lowering the belly and lifting up the head, looking up to the sky. And exhale, pulling that belly button through, tilting the pelvis and lowering the neck. Inhale to cow, lifting the head and pelvis, dropping the belly. Exhale, push through the hands, pushing through the shoulders, lowering the pelvis. Going one more time into cow, keeping that core engaged. Exhale to cat. Come back to a neutral tabletop. We're going to extend our right leg. Just pressing that right foot back, kind of like you're trying to get the heel to the floor. So you're feeling a stretch and a pull in your hamstrings. Or your in the back of your right leg. Making sure that core is still engaged. Every other limb is just like tabletop. And exhale, bring that right knee in, adjusting. And we're going to exhale that left leg back, pressing through that heel, keeping that core engaged. And bringing it back. Now we're just going to stand, kick both feet back into a high plank, engaging those arms and that core again. And exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Just get a nice work in our body as we invert it upside down, changing the flow of blood. You can pedal out the feet a little bit, working on getting our torso in a V shape so that the tip of our pelvis is pointed towards the ceiling. Pushing our heart through our shoulders, trying to reach our thighs. We're going to take a nice inhale, bending the knees and looking at our hands. Exhale, you can gently walk to the front of the mat in a forward fold, waking up the hamstrings a little bit more. And inhale, halfway lift, core is engaged, our torso is parallel to the floor. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step the left foot back behind us, and we're going to turn that right foot out into Warrior 2 position, so we're 90 degrees, and then lifting arms up into Warrior 2, finding that nice stance so hips are pointed forward. Our heel is running a line through the arch of our foot, and then we have a 90-degree bend in our right knee. This is our Warrior 2 stance. Let's straighten that front leg. Both legs are straight. We're going to go into our Suchi Mudra and bringing our fists together at our chest. And on inhale, we're going to go into that Warrior 2, extending the arms, keeping that left fist closed. And we're going to raise our pointer finger of our right hand up. So bring our hands together. Exhale all our air. And inhale, Warrior 2. Pointing that finger. Exhaling. We're going to do 6 inhales in this position. This position helps with, biologically it helps with digestion, getting things moving in our intestines. Just activates our body in a different way, making us more aware of how our body's taking in and digesting food and digesting life. We're going to inhale, coming back to the center, fists at our chest. Let's turn that right foot forward so our feet are parallel. And we're going to turn that left foot out 90 degrees, so we're switching to the other side. Just take a nice exhale, releasing the air. I know it's the opposite of what we normally do in a Warrior 2. And we're going to inhale, extending that right fist back and that left finger up. Finding engagement through that in the fist and the raised finger. 6 breaths here. Feeling the energy in your fingers. One more breath. And inhaling back up. And we're going to transition, going back into a seated position. Just lowering our bodies down, whatever's easier. And coming back into our seated position, whatever position's easier for you. If you want to cross your legs, I'm just going to sit on the back of my heels just to stretch my ankles a little bit. The last mudra we're going to work on is the Makara mudra, which is, Makara is a crocodile from Indian mythology. And so this brings about fire, energy, making you present in life. And so we're going to place our right hand underneath our left. I believe you can do either or as well. So whatever feels right for you. And we're going to take that bottom hand, sliding that thumb in between the pinky and ring finger to place the thumb in the middle of the palm. So our bottom hand, the thumb is just between pinky and ring finger. The rest of the hand is just resting underneath the top hand. Then we're going to take the thumb and the ring finger of the top hand and press it together, just the tips. And then you just sit with that, and that's the Makara. Looks really cool when you look at it facing your palms. And we're just going to bring that energy coming back to that stillness. Noticing any tension in your face or anywhere else in your body that you may be holding tension. Let that tension release as energy rushes to your hands in this mudra. And just come back to the breath. Feeling this energy in your hands, letting it clear out any dark shadows in your body, any places that there are cobwebs all over, kind of dusting away the secret corners in our body. Allowing this time to free up space in your mind, bring you to the present moment. Enjoying that inhale of oxygen as it fills your body up. And exhaling that joy back out into the world. Maybe you feel the energy in your hands, you feel a shift of energy in your body, changing your alignment. Sometimes my natural curve in the bottom of my spine becomes more prominent as my vertebrae aligns a little bit more. Just listening to your body by observing. Following the impulse. Taking a couple more breaths here. Let your eyes open, kind of feeling a renewed energy in your body, more power and life force inside, helping you get ready to take on the day and whatever comes your way. So I hope you had fun exploring this new thing. We're going to see a little bit more with these for the wizard video that'll be coming up, and maybe more in just regular yoga practices. It's something that I'm new to and I'm excited to explore with you. So thank you for watching. We're going to inhale our arms up to the sky, give a nice big stretch in our torso. Exhale our hands through heart center. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and namaste.